State Commissioner of Information and Orientation, Mr. Chris Osane-Kari, has addressed the corruption claims of the APC against the Governor Obaseki-led administration, calling it frivolous and baseless. He disclosed this in an exclusive interview with BTV News.
The commissioner noted that the allegations of the APC against the civil service reforms are unsubstantiated, as the reforms were wired to prevent a system of fraud and encourage accountability. He also said that the allegations of misappropriation of funds in the Radisson Hotel project by the Edo State government is untrue. He explained that due to the Naira-dollar rate, the cost of procurement has increased. Hence, it has spiked an inflation in the original project fund and encouraged the All Progressive Congress to present the truth appropriately. He said Governor Godwin Obaseki's administration has not only been transparent, but has been delivering the dividends of democracy to the people of the state.
As a citizen of Edo State, I was actually very embarrassed that in 2024, we still have a leadership of a party that does not understand or comprehend how government is run. It was disgraceful and shameful for them to want to say they want to return back to paper carrying of files, want to return carry our civil service back to that era of fraud, era of lack of transparency, era of evil wickedness, because they've discovered that what we have designed for the civil service reforms, for the paperless government to run, the e-governance which we run, they've discovered, and I'm sure their consultants have told them that fraud cannot be perpetrated through that system because it has a historical path. You can determine where the files are at all times. The issue of the area of files missing cannot come up. So they try to poo-poo an arrangement that makes civil service more efficient and effective. A system that has brought transparency and accountability to government. All they are doing is they are planning how to come and loot. And that is why we tell you that the Edo people will not let them near our treasury. They made all sorts of frivolous and spurious allegations that are unsubstantiable. They talked about the Radisson Hotel, which is a flagship international brand coming to Edo State. One of the things we put in place to announce us to the world that we are ready for tourism. You know, unfortunately, yes, the cost of the procurement for the Radisson increased because I'm sure you're aware of the volatility of the Naira during the time of the procurement. So if you had planned or budgeted $50,000 for certain items, the dollar component remains $50,000. But by the time you convert it to Naira, which is our legal tender here in Naira, where the APC government, and we are all aware, is responsible for the sprawling rate of our Naira and the economy that took a very serious hit in the last few months. So if you had the commitment of $50,000 and initially it was going to cost you 40 million Naira, at today's APC government rate, they're talking about close to 400 million. And those were the challenges that were encountered in the procurement of items and furnishing of the Radisson Hotel. Yes, the budget shot up, but not in the overall, if you use it in the dollar term. It shot up in the Naira term because of the irresponsibility of the management of our Naira.
The Edo State chapter of the APC had earlier alleged that the Governor Obaseki-led government was involved in corruption in collusion with the People's Democratic Party governorship candidates Asuen Ighodalo and his deputy Osarodion Oke. Oluwatoyin Oyedola reporting for BTV News.